And it was one of the hardest calls that I've had to make. And
Oh God, where are my tissues? I'm crying. So Meta is actually about to lay off 8,000 employees. It's about 10% of its workflow. And people are actually going crazy because if those well-educated engineers or developers are not safe in this modern economy, how crucial it would be for a common man as well. Because right now, AI is actually have taken around 73,000 jobs, right, from different big tech companies. And it is a very concerning situation. So in this video, we will discuss why Meta is actually doing that and where that money is actually going when they will actually fire 8,000 people. And we will also discuss about modern economy and how in modern economy you can make money with AI and protect yourself from the side effects of AI, right? So let's jump in. So this is the news that gets around 1 million hits, right, ever since it's published. And people are concerned about what Meta is actually doing and what are their plans. And look, if you look back in history, there are a lot of tech companies, Oracle, Amazon, Crypto.com, and even Google. They have done massive layoffs, right, over the years. And Meta actually haven't done this for so long. If I'm not wrong, I think their massive layoff was around 2020 or I think 2022. And it was not even that massive compared to the other tech companies. But this time, actually, they are going all in, right? Because I know that they spend a lot of money on metaverse and it didn't work out well for them. So now they are planning to lay off and save some money and invest in AI. And we will talk about this on later. So this is the news. Zuckerberg is actually pumping hundreds of billions of dollars into AI, and he seeks to dramatically reshape his company and inner workings around the technology. And it's actually reflecting a broader pattern among major US companies this year. So tech sector is heavily affected by AI. It's funny that tech sector is actually responsible for AI, but they are actually the first ones losing their jobs to AI, right? So before we jump into our video, I would like to show you a very emotional video. Maybe you will end up crying after watching this.
I want to say, up front, that I take full responsibility for this decision. I'm the founder and CEO. I'm responsible for the health of our company, for our direction, and for deciding how we execute that, including things like this. And this was ultimately my call, and it was one of the hardest calls that I've had to make. And
oh God, where are my tissues? I'm crying. The funny part of this video is any person over $1 billion mark, and in his case a $100 billion mark. It's funny that I'm using the word mark. So if you see anyone with a net worth of 50 billion or 100 billion, you need to understand one thing. These people are not emotional, and these people really don't care about anybody, right? I have a huge respect for Mark Zuckerberg and what he has done to this tech world, and unmatchable success and everything. But of course, I'm not a fanboy, right? And these people are actually very good pretenders, right? Right. So these people are not that emotional, right? So because they are very practical, if you're that successful, definitely you have a technical mind and you're not emotional person, right? But I respect him that he actually addressed this situation. There are a lot of CEOs, they don't even give a shit, right? They even don't make any kind of apology video or a nice goodbye video, but he did it. So I respect that. But if you're intelligent, you know that is it's just a fabricated, they're trying to make you feel good, right? So that's my take on this, but I can be wrong. So let's continue to the video.
In the 18 years of running the company. And a lot of why it's hard is, obviously it has a big impact on your lives. But also, for our mission, we're losing people who, you've really put your heart and soul into this place. And each of you is talented and passionate, and
All right.
each of you has played a role in making Meta.
Yeah, each of you played a great role to make me a billionaire, right? So anyway, so let's jump into the video. Okay, so why actually Meta get rid of 8,000 employees? Or maybe they're planning to do it, I think, on May, but they're about to, right? So they're heavily investing in AI, artificial intelligence. So basically what they're doing, they're letting go 8,000 people and saving around 3 billion to 4 billion. Don't get me wrong. These people, these businesses, especially Mark Zuckerberg or Meta, they have a lot of money. And it actually doesn't matter to them if they keep them or leave them, right? So basically, they don't have shortage of money, right? They are not letting them go because of money. So what they are basically planning to do, they are letting go 8,000 people and saving $3 to $4 billion and using that $3 to $4 billion heavily on AI. But according to the news, I think Mark Zuckerberg is planning to invest over 100 billion on AI, which is a very big number, right? Actually, he lost a lot of money on metaverse, right? And quite frankly, it was a huge mistake because people were not ready for that, right? And that's why metaverse was not a successful bet. But you need to understand one thing. These all tech companies, Meta, and the other one, I think iPhone actually created iPhone glasses to give you a complete virtual reality experience. And it didn't work out. People didn't adopt it. Or maybe in 5 or 10 years, they may well adopt this. But right now, the market was not ready. And they failed miserably. I think Apple also lose a lot of money. Meta also lose a lot of money. And you need to understand one thing. These tech companies are actually wanted to become part of your body, right? They're already part of your life, right? But they want it to be in your head or be in your body, right? And in more simple words, I can tell you that they want their technology to be so good that they have access to everything that you do, not only to facilitate the advertisers, but also they wanted to have control, right? It's not always the data. Data is prestigious, but it's not that prestigious, right? Let's say that you're living in India or in slums, right? Why would Mark Zuckerberg spend billions of dollars to acquire your information, right? So it's not that important, right? But still, it actually helps them to build credibility and trust. Or in other words, it helps them to showcase that how powerful they are, right? So that's how they attract advertisers, right? And I can tell you, Facebook gets around 2 billion users. That's around, I think, 20% of all humanity on this earth, right? Or maybe more than that. But Facebook doesn't tell you that majority of the traffic is coming from third world countries where people are free and looking to consume content, right? And they don't have enough purchasing power as well, right? So you need to keep that in mind. So back to the topic, why Meta is actually laying off 8,000 employees. Like I said before, they're saving $3 to $4 billion and investing on Meta AI. And where basically they are investing, they will build some more data centers, and they will build some chips, and they will invest money on creating their own AI language model, right? So they're very serious about it. And I like one thing about Mark Zuckerberg, even though he's laying off his employees, his loyal employees, but he has a vision for future, right? And he don't really, and he also has the courage to invest in future, right? So when 2020 came in, we see a lot of tech businesses did a lot of stupid things. Mark Zuckerberg did Metaverse. I'm not sure about the exact date, but I know that it was around 2021 or 22. And the other one was crypto apes, right? Now they worth around $2,000 or $3,000, but in just back in 3 years or 4 years ago, they were around $1 million, $2 million. And there are a lot of LA rappers and musicians and entertainers. They actually spend a lot of money buying digital land as well. It's well, right? It's so funny. It clearly indicates that no hate to the creative people, the musicians and writers, but they don't know anything about business. So these tech companies really scam them and stole millions of dollars by selling them digital land, which has zero value. So, and another funny thing is that those people that are actually losing the jobs because of AI are actually the creator of AI, right? It's so funny, right? So funny. And that let's say that you're an AI engineer and you went to your boss office and told him, and hey boss, I just created an AI agent that can do the work for me 10 times faster. So I need a raise, but you definitely get a raise, and that raise is this, right? So why would your boss will keep you when you have created an AI agent for him that is doing the same things that you do, or maybe 10 times faster? So one thing I want to clear, why Facebook is laying off 8,000 people. Because they wanted to spend money on AI, but that is not the only reason. The other reason is that they are actually utilizing AI, right, to do the simple tasks. And don't get me wrong, Facebook is not letting go its senior engineers, right, or developers, right? Only the journal staff, right? The people that have basic knowledge, or let's say the people that are doing simple tasks for them, right? I want to be completely transparent with you and tell you that those companies, the big tech giants, they never let go their best engineers, because they know that they have the secret sauce. And when we leave them, other companies will utilize that against them, right? So keep in mind. So now what you need to do in this modern economy to protect your job from AI. Well, to be very frank with you, AI can steal your job as well, right? Not now, not tomorrow, but maybe in the next 5 years, right? Right now, AI is actually taking jobs from very smart people, right? Developers, AI engineers, coders, people that have a lot of knowledge, right? So what do you think? It is difficult for AI to take your job as a common man, because if it can take jobs from the smart people, right? These developers, coders, AI engineers, right? With a lot of education, exposure, and a lot of technical knowledge, it can take your job as well, right? So you need to have a backup plan, right? And that backup plan could be starting a business, right? In a more simple verse, I can tell you, starting a business is one of the smartest thing in the world, right? If you're a 9 to 5, if you have 9 to 5 job, I'm not saying that you should quit your job. Save the money and start business, right? Make money, have a backup plan, right? Don't rely on any company, right? They don't care about you, right? They pretend to care about you, right? But actually they just care about saving money and utilizing AI right now. Or in other words, when someone has cheap options, why would he will hire expensive staff, right? So it is true, right? AI is coming for you, and you need to be prepared for that, right? So my advice is always going to be start a business, right? And make money, right? I always said that start something that is exceptional and extremely good and sell it as a high ticket offer. And in my program, Funnel Prince 100K Mastery, I teach people how to go from $10,000 to $100,000 and how to go from 100,000 to $500,000, right? In a very practical way, right? I don't make bold promises that you can make 100K the next morning or next month or 2 months, right? I don't really mislead people like this. So if you want to save yourself from AI side effects or actually utilizing AI to make your life better, then you should join Funnel Prince. And I recommend that don't become victim of AI, right? Use AI, right? So it's a new trend. It is catching up, and you should attack as early as possible. So don't live in that comfortable world where you have secure jobs and you think AI is not coming for you, right? AI is definitely coming for you, right? So start a business, right? Make money, right? It is one of the most important thing in the world. Making money, having a liquid cash, right? Nothing can beat the liquid cash. There are a lot of old people don't know jack shit about AI, sitting on $1 or $2 billion liquid cash. Do you know how much they're making per year? 50 million, right? So it's kind of like 5% of a billion, right? This is called the leverage, right? You and I don't have that leverage, right? So we need to pay attention, right? We need to pay attention to AI and how it works and how it can help us to make more money rather than stealing our jobs, right? So that's it for this video. If you like this video, subscribe to the channel and click the link below and join the community. All right, take care.